Elon Musk just dropped a bombshell on the real estate market. His new $6,999 house isn't just cheap. It's fully functional, eco-friendly, and designed with the same innovation that put Tesla on the map. This isn't just a product launch. It's a direct challenge to the status quo of overpriced housing. Imagine living in a home where every square inch is optimized for efficiency, powered by cutting-edge green tech, and costs less than your last vacation. Sound too good to be true? That's exactly what people said about electric cars before Tesla. Now, Musk is aiming to do for housing what he did for transportation. Are you ready to see how this tiny home could reshape your future? Elon Musk has done it again, folks. Just when we thought we'd seen it all from the man who brought us electric cars and reusable rockets, he's unleashed a game changer in the housing market. A $6,999 house? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, but Musk is making it a reality. Let's face it, the housing crisis has been spiraling out of control for years. Home prices have been skyrocketing while wages have barely budged. For many, the dream of homeownership has become just that, a dream. But Musk isn't one to sit back and watch a problem fester. He's rolled up his sleeves and come up with a solution that's turning heads and raising eyebrows across the industry. A fully functional house for less than $7,000? How is that even possible? Well, if anyone can pull it off, it's Elon Musk. This isn't just some bare-bones shack we're talking about. It's a proper home, complete with all the essentials and then some. But the real kicker? It's eco-friendly and packed with cutting-edge technology. Classic Musk move, right? Now, you might be wondering why Musk, the guy known for electric cars and space rockets, is suddenly dipping his toes into the housing market. Well, it turns out he's been quietly living in a tiny house himself for a while now. That's right. The billionaire CEO has been practicing what he preaches, getting a first-hand taste of the tiny house lifestyle. This move into housing isn't just about diversifying his portfolio. It's about addressing a critical issue that affects millions of people. Musk has a knack for identifying problems and coming up with innovative solutions, and the housing crisis was clearly in his crosshairs. But make no mistake, this isn't just about creating a cheap house. Musk's tiny home is a technological marvel in its own right. It's designed to be energy efficient, utilizing solar power and advanced insulation techniques to keep energy costs down. The house is also equipped with smart home features, allowing residents to control various aspects of their living space with just a tap on their smartphone. What's truly remarkable is how Musk has managed to pack so much into such a small, affordable package. Every inch of space is optimized for efficiency, proving that you don't need a mansion to live comfortably. It's a direct challenge to our preconceptions about what a home should be and how much it should cost. The implications of this project are enormous. If successful, Musk's tiny house could revolutionize the housing industry. It's not just about providing affordable homes, it's about changing the way we think about housing altogether. Imagine entire communities of these eco-friendly, tech-savvy tiny homes. It could transform urban planning, reduce our carbon footprint, and make homeownership accessible to a whole new segment of the population. But how did Musk manage to bring the cost down to such an unbelievable level? It's not just about cutting corners or using cheap materials. In true Musk fashion, he's applied innovative thinking and cutting-edge technology to dramatically reduce production costs. He's leveraged the expertise and resources from his other ventures, bringing lessons learned from Tesla and SpaceX to bear on this new challenge. When Musk said he was bringing rocket science to housing, he wasn't kidding. But what exactly does that mean for the average homebuyer? Let's break down this mind-boggling price tag and see how Musk is redefining affordability in the housing market. A house for $6,999? That's less than some people spend on a vacation. It's a price point that seems almost impossible in today's housing market. Yet Musk is making it happen. How? By completely reimagining the construction process from the ground up. Traditional house building is expensive, no doubt about it. Materials, labor, permits, it all adds up quickly. Most people expect to shell out hundreds of thousands of dollars for a new home, but Musk's approach turns this conventional wisdom on its head. Here's where things get really interesting. Musk is literally bringing rocket science to house building. He's using some of the same suppliers and techniques that SpaceX uses for rocket manufacturing. Sounds crazy, right? But it's pure genius when you think about it. Aerospace construction techniques are all about precision, efficiency, and durability. By applying these principles to housing, Musk is able to dramatically reduce costs while maintaining quality. It's like he's building houses with the same mindset he uses to build spacecraft. Every component has to be optimized for performance and cost. Efficiency is the name of the game here. Musk has streamlined the entire building process, cutting out unnecessary steps and reducing waste. Think about how Tesla revolutionized car manufacturing with its gigafactories. Now, imagine that same level of optimization applied to house building. What about materials? Don't worry, Musk isn't cutting corners here. The materials used in these tiny houses are durable and affordable. You won't find any fancy marble countertops or gold-plated faucets, but everything is built to last. It's all about function over luxury, which is perfectly in line with the tiny house philosophy. By leveraging high-tech manufacturing techniques, Musk is able to keep costs way down without sacrificing quality. This approach mirrors advancements we've seen in other industries where technology has dramatically reduced production costs. Just think about how much cheaper and more powerful smartphones have become over the years. The result? A fully functional house that costs less than a used car. It's a game changer that could make homeownership accessible to millions of people who are currently priced out of the market. A house cheaper than most used cars sounds too good to be true. But Musk isn't just offering a bare-bones shelter. He's reimagined what's possible in a tiny space. How does he manage to create a fully functional home in such limited square footage? The ingenious layout holds the key. Step inside Musk's tiny house and you're in for a big surprise. Every inch of this compact marvel serves a purpose, challenging our preconceptions about what a home needs to be. You might think a $6,999 house would be pretty bare bones, but Musk's got other ideas. He's taken the less is more philosophy and cranked it up to 11. So how do you fit everything you need into such a small space? Musk's got some clever tricks up his sleeve. The layout is a masterclass in space optimization, making the tiny house feel open and airy despite its compact size. Light-colored walls and strategically placed windows flood the interior with natural light, creating an illusion of spaciousness that defies the actual square footage. At the heart of the home is a multifunctional living area that proves you don't need a mansion to live comfortably. This space doubles as a dining room, thanks to a genius piece of furniture, a small table that folds away when not in use. It's like having two rooms in one, without the need for extra square footage. This kind of adaptability is key to making tiny living work. But what about the kitchen? Surely you can't fit a functional cooking space in such a small house, right? Wrong. Musk's kitchenette is a testament to efficient design. It's got everything you need: a sink, a two-burner stove, and a mini fridge. No, you won't be hosting elaborate dinner parties or storing a year's worth of groceries. But for everyday cooking and basic meal prep, it's more than up to the task. The simplicity of the kitchen setup aligns perfectly with the tiny house philosophy. It's about having what you need, not excess. And let's be honest, how often do we really use all those fancy kitchen gadgets gathering dust in our cupboards? What's truly remarkable is how Musk has managed to create distinct areas within the tiny house without using walls. The open-plan design keeps things feeling spacious, while clever furniture placement and subtle design cues define different rooms within the single space. It's like a lesson in visual trickery, making the house feel larger than it actually is. This approach to home design isn't just about saving money or reducing our environmental footprint. It's about rethinking our relationship with stuff. Do we really need all the things we think we do? Musk's tiny house challenges us to consider what's truly essential in our living spaces. Speaking of essentials, there's one thing we can't live without: sleep. But in a house this compact, where do you lay your head? Musk's ingenious answer to this problem might just revolutionize the way we think about bedrooms. In a regular house, the bedroom often takes up a significant chunk of space. But in Musk's tiny marvel, there's simply no room for a traditional sleeping area. So how does he manage to fit a comfortable place to rest in such a limited footprint? Enter the loft-style bed, Musk's brilliant solution to the sleeping conundrum. Perched above the living area, this cozy sleeping nook makes clever use of vertical space. It's like having your own private treehouse right inside your home. Accessed by a sturdy ladder, the loft bed transforms what would otherwise be wasted space into a functional sleeping area. But don't think for a second that this elevated sleeping spot skimps on comfort. Musk's team has designed it to be a snug little nest, perfect for catching those much-needed Z's. There's even a shelf built into the loft area, providing a convenient spot for your phone, a book, or any other nighttime essentials. It's these thoughtful touches that make the tiny house feel like a real home, not just a minimalist experiment. Safety hasn't been overlooked either. The loft bed is securely anchored, and the ladder is designed for easy climbing. There are also guardrails in place to prevent any accidental tumbles in the middle of the night. It's clear that every aspect of this sleeping solution has been carefully considered. Now, you might be wondering about storage. After all, where do you put all your stuff in a house this small? Well, Musk and his team have thought of that too. Storage is built into every nook and cranny of this tiny house. Under the stairs leading to the loft bed? That's prime storage real estate. The walls aren't just for holding up the roof. They're packed with clever compartments and shelving units. Even the furniture pulls double duty. That stylish coffee table in the living area? Lift the top, and you'll find a hidden storage compartment. The seating doubles as storage too, with space under the cushions for stashing away items you don't use every day. It's like a real-life game of Tetris, where every piece fits perfectly to maximize space efficiency. This approach to storage isn't just about finding places to put your things. It's about rethinking our relationship with stuff. Do we really need all those knickknacks and rarely used gadgets? Musk's tiny house challenges us to consider what's truly essential in our lives. It's a powerful statement about living with less and finding freedom in simplicity. But here's the real kicker. All this clever design doesn't just save space. It could actually lead to better sleep. Studies have shown that a well-organized, clutter-free environment can reduce stress and promote relaxation. By keeping everything in its place and eliminating unnecessary items, Musk's tiny house creates a calm, peaceful atmosphere that's conducive to a good night's rest. While a good night's sleep is essential, there's another daily ritual that's just as crucial. But in a house this small, how does Musk tackle the challenge of personal hygiene? The bathroom solution in this tiny home might just wash away your expectations. When you think of a bathroom in a 6,999 house, you might be picturing something barely a step up from an outhouse. But Elon Musk isn't one to compromise on comfort or functionality, even in the smallest of spaces. In fact, his approach to the bathroom in this tiny house is nothing short of revolutionary. Let's face it, bathrooms in traditional homes are space hogs. They're often one of the largest rooms in the house, and they use a ton of water to boot. So, how do you squeeze all the necessary functions into a tiny house without sacrificing comfort or eco-friendliness? That's the challenge Musk and his team faced, and their solution is nothing short of ingenious. Musk's bathroom might be small, but it's got everything you need. Shower? Check. Toilet? You bet. Sink? Of course. It's all there, neatly packaged into a space that's probably smaller than your current bathroom's shower stall. But don't let the size fool you. This isn't some cramped, claustrophobic space. The design team has used every trick in the book to make the bathroom feel spacious and functional. The shower, for instance, isn't a separate enclosure. Instead, the entire bathroom becomes the shower when you need it, with clever drainage systems ensuring water doesn't pool where it shouldn't. The toilet is a compact, water-efficient model that looks more like something you'd find in a high-end Japanese home than a budget tiny house. And the sink? It's a marvel of space-saving design, folding away when not in use to free up precious inches. But it's not just about fitting everything in. Musk's bathroom is a testament to his commitment to sustainability. Every fixture is designed with water conservation in mind. The shower uses a low-flow head that somehow manages to provide a satisfying spray while using a fraction of the water of a traditional shower. The toilet is dual flush, allowing you to use only the water you need. Even the sink faucet is equipped with aerators to reduce water flow without sacrificing functionality. And let's talk about storage. In a space this small, you might think there's no room for your toiletries and towels. But Musk's team has thought of everything. Clever built-in storage solutions make use of every nook and cranny. There's a medicine cabinet that doubles as a mirror, shelving units that fit snugly into corners, and even storage space under the sink. It's not going to hold your entire skincare collection, but it's more than enough for the essentials. The materials used in the bathroom are another testament to Musk's innovative approach. Taking a page from the marine industry, the team has used materials that are highly resistant to moisture and wear. This isn't just about durability, it's about creating a space that's easy to clean and maintain, crucial in a tiny house where every surface sees heavy use. While moisture-resistant materials keep the tiny house pristine, it's the invisible technology that truly sets this home apart. What happens when you combine cutting-edge smart home features with budget-friendly housing? Musk's latest innovation might just redefine what we expect from affordable living spaces. A $6,999 smart home. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, but this is Elon Musk we're talking about. The man who brought us electric cars and reusable rockets isn't about to skimp on the tech in his tiny house revolution. But here's the thing. Smart home technology is usually associated with luxury homes and hefty price tags. It's the kind of feature you'd expect in a multi-million-dollar mansion, not a budget-friendly tiny house. So how's Musk squeezing high-tech features into such a low-cost house? It's all about smart integration and leveraging existing technologies. Take the thermostat, for example. Musk's tiny house comes equipped with a smart thermostat that you can control right from your phone. Imagine being able to adjust the temperature of your home from anywhere in the world. Coming back from a winter vacation? Warm up your house before you even step through the door. It's convenience and energy efficiency rolled into one neat package. But Musk didn't stop at temperature control. Security is a top priority in any home, and this tiny house is no exception. The built-in security system includes cameras that you can monitor remotely. It's peace of mind in a tiny package. Whether you're at work or on vacation, you can keep an eye on your home with just a tap on your smartphone. It's the kind of feature you'd expect in a high-end security system, but Musk's made it a standard feature in his affordable tiny home. And here's where things get really futuristic. Musk's even included voice control features. That's right, you can talk to your house, and it listens. Want to turn off the lights? Just say the word. Need to check the weather before heading out? Ask your house. It's like having your own personal AI assistant built right into your living space. But how did Musk manage to pack all this tech into such an affordable package? It's all about economies of scale and smart design. By integrating these features from the ground up, rather than retrofitting them into existing structures, Musk's team has been able to dramatically reduce costs. It's the same approach that made Tesla's electric cars more affordable over time. What's truly remarkable is how Musk has shown that high-tech doesn't have to mean high cost. He's proving that even a tiny house can be a smart house. This isn't just about adding fancy gadgets. It's about using technology to enhance quality of life and increase energy efficiency. These smart features can help homeowners save on energy costs in the long run, making the tiny house even more affordable over time. Energy efficiency is one thing, but Musk's tiny house takes it a step further. What if your home could produce all the power it needs without relying on any external source? It sounds impossible, but Musk might have cracked the code. We're talking about a house that powers itself, not science fiction, but a reality Musk has brought to life. Most houses today are tethered to the power grid. It's convenient, sure, but it comes with its own set of problems. Power bills can be expensive, especially in areas with high energy costs. And let's not forget about those annoying blackouts when the grid goes down. But Musk's tiny house? It's a whole different ballgame. So how do you power a house without connecting to the grid? And more importantly, how do you make it affordable? Musk's solution is as brilliant as it is simple: solar panels. But these aren't just any solar panels. They're specially designed to maximize energy production in a small space. Every inch of the roof is utilized, turning sunlight into electricity with impressive efficiency. But what happens when the sun goes down? That's where Musk's experience with Tesla comes in handy. The tiny house comes equipped with a compact battery system, similar to the Powerwall used in larger homes. This battery stores excess energy produced during sunny days, making it available for use at night or during cloudy weather. It's like having your own personal power plant right in your home. The genius doesn't stop at power generation and storage. Musk's team has designed the entire house with energy efficiency in mind. Every watt counts in this tiny marvel. The appliances are all high-efficiency models chosen specifically for their low power consumption. LED lighting is used throughout, providing bright illumination while sipping minimal electricity. Even the house's insulation plays a part in its energy efficiency. Advanced materials keep the interior comfortable without overworking the heating and cooling systems. It's the same principle Musk uses in his Tesla cars. Maximize efficiency at every turn. But perhaps the most impressive aspect of Musk's energy solution is its scalability. Whether you're living in a sunny desert or a cloudy forest, the system can be adjusted to meet your needs. More panels can be added for areas with less sunlight, or the battery capacity can be increased for locations that experience longer periods without sun. What Musk has created here is more than just a house. It's a self-contained energy ecosystem. It's a home that can go anywhere and still have power. Whether you're in the heart of a city or the middle of nowhere, you've got reliable, clean energy at your fingertips. It's true energy independence, packaged in an affordable tiny house. Think about the implications of this. No more worrying about power outages during storms. No more sky-high electricity bills in the middle of summer. And perhaps most importantly, no more reliance on fossil fuels for your daily energy needs. It's a big step towards sustainable living, made possible by thinking small. While thinking small has revolutionized energy use, Musk's vision extends to every drop of water. In a world where clean water is becoming increasingly scarce, how does this tiny house ensure a constant supply? The solution is both ingenious and unexpected. Water is the essence of life, but in many parts of the world, access to clean water is a daily struggle. Even in developed countries, water scarcity is becoming a growing concern. So how does Musk's tiny house tackle this fundamental challenge? The answer lies in a combination of cutting-edge technology and smart design that turns this compact dwelling into a self-sufficient water ecosystem. At the heart of Musk's water system is a state-of-the-art filtration unit. This isn't your average under-sink filter. We're talking about a system that can transform even the dirtiest water into something safe to drink. It's like having a mini water treatment plant right in your home. Imagine being able to use water from a nearby stream or even a muddy puddle and turning it into crystal-clear drinking water. That's the level of purification we're dealing with here. But Musk didn't stop at purification. He's also tapped into a source of water that's often overlooked: the sky. The tiny house comes equipped with a rainwater collection system that makes every raindrop count. The roof is designed to funnel rainwater into storage tanks, where it's filtered and ready for use. It's a simple idea, but when combined with Musk's other water-saving technologies, it makes a huge difference in the home's water independence. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Musk's tiny house doesn't just collect and clean water, it recycles it too. The house is fitted with a gray water recycling system that takes water from sinks and showers and repurposes it for things like flushing toilets or watering plants. It's a bit like giving water a second life. This approach dramatically reduces the overall water consumption of the house, making it incredibly efficient. But what about the actual water usage? Well, Musk's team has thought of that too. Every fixture in the house is designed to use water sparingly without sacrificing functionality. Low-flow shower heads, dual-flush toilets, and faucet aerators all work together to minimize water waste. It's estimated that a typical tiny home uses around 20-30 gallons of water per day, compared to the 80-100 gallons used by a conventional home. That's a massive reduction in water consumption. The beauty of Musk's water system is its adaptability. Whether you're in a rainy climate or a dry one, the system can be adjusted to make the most of available water sources. In wetter areas, the rainwater collection system might do most of the heavy lifting. In drier regions, the advanced filtration system could be the star of the show, making use of whatever water sources are available. What Musk has created here isn't just a house with good plumbing. It's a self-contained water management system that can operate independently of municipal water supplies. This level of water independence opens up a world of possibilities. Imagine being able to live comfortably in areas where water infrastructure is lacking, or being completely self-sufficient during water shortages or natural disasters. While Musk's water system opens up new possibilities for where we can live, it also raises a crucial question. Are people willing to dramatically downsize their living space? The experiences of tiny house dwellers reveal an unexpected truth about happiness and home size. Living in a tiny house sounds cramped, right? But some people are absolutely loving it. We're used to big houses with multiple bedrooms, spacious living rooms, and maybe even a basement or attic. The idea of squeezing your entire life into a space smaller than most apartments seems impossible to many. So what's it really like to live in one of Musk's tiny houses? Meet Sarah. She's been calling a Musk tiny house her home for the past 6 months, and she can't stop raving about it. It's changed my life, she says. Sarah used to live in a two-bedroom apartment surrounded by stuff she rarely used. Now she's embraced minimalism and finds joy in the simplicity of her new lifestyle. I thought I'd feel cramped, but I actually feel free, she explains. Sarah's tiny house has forced her to prioritize what's truly important, and she's discovered that she needs far less than she thought to be happy. But what about families? Can they really thrive in such a small space? John and his wife, along with their 2 kids, decided to take the plunge. They downsized from a big suburban home to a Musk tiny house, and surprisingly, they say they're happier now. We spend more time together as a family, John shares. In our old house, everyone would retreat to their own rooms. Now, we're always in each other's company, but in a good way. The family has found creative ways to make the space work for them, with clever storage solutions and multi-purpose furniture. It's not just everyday folks who are jumping on the tiny house bandwagon. Even a few celebrities have embraced the trend, finding joy in the simplicity and sustainability that these homes offer. They're discovering that living with less can actually lead to a more fulfilling lifestyle. These public figures are helping to normalize the concept of tiny living, showing that it's not just a fringe movement, but a viable option for people from all walks of life. So what's the secret to making tiny house living work? It's all about quality over quantity. When every square inch counts, you learn to appreciate the things you have and make thoughtful decisions about what you bring into your space. Many tiny house dwellers report feeling less stressed and more content. Without the burden of maintaining a large home or accumulating unnecessary possessions, they're free to focus on experiences and relationships. Of course, tiny house living isn't without its challenges. Storage can be tricky, and you might have to get creative with your space, but many find that these challenges lead to innovative solutions and a more mindful approach to consumption. It's not uncommon for tiny house dwellers to become expert organizers and masters of multifunctional design. One unexpected benefit many tiny house residents report is a stronger connection to the outdoors. With less indoor space, people tend to spend more time outside, whether it's on a small porch or in nearby parks. This increased time in nature can have significant benefits for mental and physical health. While tiny houses are bringing people closer to nature, they might also be the solution to some of our biggest urban challenges. Picture a city where abandoned lots transform into vibrant communities of Musk's affordable homes. It sounds far-fetched, but some forward-thinking cities are already considering this radical approach to urban development. What would it mean for our future if they succeed? Let's face it, our cities are bursting at the seams. Housing prices are skyrocketing, and people are getting pushed out faster than you can say gentrification. It's a mess, and it's only getting worse. But what if Musk's tiny houses could be the game changer we've been waiting for? How would that even work in our crowded urban landscapes? Imagine entire neighborhoods filled with these compact marvels. We're talking about affordable, sustainable communities that could spring up practically overnight. It's not just about slapping down a bunch of tiny houses and calling it a day. This is about reimagining what our cities could look like. Think about all those abandoned areas in your city. You know, the ones that give you the creeps when you drive by? Now picture those spots transformed into thriving micro-neighborhoods. Suddenly, that scary vacant lot becomes a bustling community hub. It's like urban acupuncture, injecting life back into the city's dead zones. And get this, some cities are already jumping on board. They're not just considering it, they're actually making moves. Portland, Oregon, and Austin, Texas are leading the charge. They're experimenting with tiny home communities as part of their housing strategies. It's like they're playing SimCity in real life, but with actual people and real solutions. But here's where it gets really interesting. Musk's tiny houses could do more than just provide homes. They could completely transform the way our cities function. We're talking about a whole new urban fabric. Instead of sprawling suburbs and towering apartment blocks, imagine a city made up of these small, efficient dwellings. It's a total rethink of urban density. These tiny house communities could significantly impact how we use land in cities. You could fit way more people into a smaller footprint. That means more green spaces, more room for public amenities, and maybe even lower infrastructure costs. It's like giving our cities a breath of fresh air. And let's talk about community. In these micro neighborhoods, you'd actually know your neighbors. Crazy concept, right? With shared spaces and a focus on outdoor living, these communities could foster the kind of social connections that are often missing in big cities. It's like bringing a bit of small-town charm to the urban jungle. But hold up, it's not all sunshine and roses. Critics are raising some valid concerns. What about property values? Some worry that introducing these affordable options could shake up the market. And let's be real, not everyone's thrilled about the idea of living in a shoebox, no matter how well designed it is. There are also questions about infrastructure. How do you provide services to these micro-communities? What about transportation? These are real challenges that need solid solutions. It's not enough to just plop down a bunch of tiny houses and hope for the best. And let's not forget about regulations. Many cities aren't set up to handle this kind of development. Zoning laws, building codes, there's a whole mess of red tape to untangle. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. But the hole is made of bureaucracy. While cities grapple with zoning headaches, an even bigger question looms. Can a $6,999 house really deliver on its promises? From build quality to livability, critics are raising red flags that could burst Musk's tiny house bubble. But are these concerns justified, or just fear of the unknown? Whenever there's a groundbreaking idea, you can bet your bottom dollar there'll be pushback. Musk's tiny houses are no exception to this rule. As revolutionary as they seem, not everyone's buying into the hype. Some folks think it's just too good to be true. So what exactly are the critics saying? And more importantly, do they have a point? Let's start with the elephant in the room. Quality. Can a house that costs less than a used car really be well built? It's a fair question. We're used to thinking that quality comes with a hefty price tag, especially when it comes to housing. Critics argue that corners must be cut somewhere to achieve such a low price point. They worry about durability, safety, and long-term maintenance costs. What happens when the first storm hits? Will these houses stand up to the elements, or will they crumble like a house of cards? Then there's the practicality issue. Sure, tiny houses look cute in pictures, but is it really comfortable to live in such a small space? Skeptics point out that the average American home is over 2,000 square feet. Musk's tiny houses, they're a fraction of that size. Critics worry about claustrophobia, lack of privacy, and limited storage space. They question whether people can realistically downsize their lives to fit into these compact dwellings. What about families with kids, or people who work from home? Can these tiny houses really accommodate different lifestyles and needs? But the challenges don't stop at the front door. There are significant regulatory hurdles to overcome. Many cities simply aren't set up for tiny houses. Zoning laws often have minimum size requirements for residential dwellings. Building codes might not account for the unique features of tiny houses. And then there's the question of where to put these homes. Can they be placed on existing residential lots? Do they need special communities? The legal landscape is as complex as it is varied, with regulations differing from city to city and state to state. These are real challenges, no doubt about it. But here's the thing. Musk and his team aren't ones to back down from a challenge. They're working on solutions for each of these concerns. For quality, they're leveraging advanced manufacturing techniques and high-quality sustainable materials. The goal is to create homes that are not just affordable but durable and long-lasting. As for practicality, Musk's team is pushing the boundaries of design innovation. They're developing clever storage solutions, multifunctional furniture, and layouts that maximize every square inch. The aim is to create spaces that feel open and livable despite their small footprint. They're also exploring customization options to cater to different lifestyles and family sizes. On the regulatory front, Musk isn't just building houses. He's building a movement. His team is working with city planners, policymakers, and housing advocates to navigate the complex web of regulations. They're pushing for updates to zoning laws and building codes that accommodate tiny houses. In some cases, they're even exploring the creation of dedicated tiny house communities. While dedicated tiny house communities sound intriguing, Musk's true endgame is far more revolutionary. He's not just reimagining houses, he's reinventing the entire housing industry. Could the man who transformed electric cars and space travel really pull off the seemingly impossible, making high-quality homes as accessible as smartphones? Musk's tiny houses are just the beginning, a mere glimpse into a future where affordable housing isn't just a pipe dream. Right now, these compact dwellings are more of a proof of concept, a tantalizing taste of what's possible. But Musk, being Musk, is thinking way bigger. He's not content with just solving the housing crisis. He wants to revolutionize how we think about homes altogether. So how exactly does Musk plan to take a $6,999 house and turn it into a global housing solution? The answer lies in the same playbook he used to disrupt the automotive and space industries: mass production. Imagine Tesla's Gigafactory, but for houses. We're talking about streamlined manufacturing processes, automated assembly lines, and economies of scale that could drive costs down even further. Musk's team is exploring cutting-edge materials that could make these homes even cheaper and more sustainable. Think about ultra-lightweight composites that are stronger than steel but a fraction of the weight, or insulation materials inspired by nature that could keep homes comfortable in any climate with minimal energy use. These aren't just incremental improvements, they're game changers that could redefine what we expect from our living spaces. But Musk knows that one size doesn't fit all when it comes to homes. That's why there's talk of extensive customization options. Want a bigger kitchen? No problem. Need an extra bedroom? Just add it to your order. The goal is to make these tiny houses as personalized as your smartphone, tailored to your specific needs and preferences. What's truly exciting is how this approach could transform the entire housing industry. Imagine being able to order your dream home online, customize it to your heart's content, and have it delivered and set up in a matter of weeks, not months or years. It's a vision that could make home ownership accessible to millions who are currently priced out of the market. But Musk's vision goes beyond just houses. He wants to change how we think about home and community. These tiny houses could be the building blocks of entirely new types of neighborhoods. Picture communities designed from the ground up to be sustainable, with shared spaces that encourage interaction and a sense of belonging. It's not just about having a roof over your head. It's about creating a new way of living that's more connected, more sustainable, and more fulfilling.